27?
27. It sounds right.
I was going to say 27 or 28.
I think it's 27.
Okay.
I'm your host, Eric Schonborn.
And I'm Jason Young.
You didn't take a drink.
Oh, I was about to. You're right. It is like an OCD.
You always drink right before right as I introduce myself.
And I always have that, like, that sound where I'm like, ooh, oops.
And of course, now we both drank and...
Dead air.
Just dead air.
Dead air.
Thank God we're not professional.
I know. We would be fired. So that's the good thing about having no fans or,
right,
or no income. You can't be fired.
It's true.
No one can complain even.
Also
Who's
true.
going to complain? Me? You?
Well, Pat's complained in the past.
Well, yeah.
That just pisses me off.
Well, somebody's got to complain.
It's true.
Might as well be him.
And there's got to be someone for us to get angry at, so again, might as well be him.
Thanks, Pat.
Alright. So this is the Southland Tales
Southland Tales.
Southland Tales review episode.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the way the world ends. Jason took me out for Burger King.
Yeah. I haven't ate Burger King in... Well, I have ate Burger King breakfast. Like, if I'm going out of town or something, sometimes I get fast food,
Right.
Usually just for road trips, like McDonald's or Burger King.
Right.
I can handle that. But yeah, I've eaten, like, actual food, like, after, like, 10 a.m. at Burger King.
Yeah.
Not something I've done in years.
Yeah. We watched the movie, both hungry.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like 10:30 on a Sunday night, and it's like, what are we going to do? And you said Burger King.
That's my first idea, too.
Seriously, just shocked the hell out of me.
Because I don't eat meat, right?
Exactly.
Or fast food.
Right.
Subway is the fastest food I eat.
Yeah.
And that's not usually fast.
It's faster than...
It's moderate.
Like Christopher's or a place like that. You also eat at Hothead Burrito. That's also
I guess that's fast food, right?
Crap. Nope. It's not going to happen. All right. Wait.
There it is.
There we go.
That's good radio.
Yeah, thank you. Also wanted to point out that you ordered 2 vegetarian Whoppers.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much just 2 Whoppers with no meat.
Sans meat, right.
I had 1 double Whopper. So 2 pieces of meat. No vegetables.
So together we had 3 sandwiches?
No, we had 2
sandwiches.
Okay.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of food for 2 sandwiches.
Yeah.
I'm so full. I still feel like my stomach's expanding. Just...
That could
bread.
be a chest burster.
Oh, no, it's in there.
Really, Scott is trying to get a genuine reaction out of me, so he hasn't told me that the chest burster is in there.
I'm just going to freak out. Yaphet Koto's going to bust in and stick a fork in my mouth. I wish that would happen.
Really?
But I wish he would be dressed like he was in the James Bond movie where he has that, like... It almost looks like some weird top hat looking thing, and like feathers and seaweed, and I don't know, it was bizarre looking.
I kind of remember it. I don't even know which James Bond movie you're talking about.
Me neither. I can't. Yeah.
Is it a Roger Moore one?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah. Those are the good ones. The Roger Moore. He's my favorite Bond.
Have you seen the new ones?
I haven't seen the last couple. No, I haven't seen Casino Royale. I've heard that's good.
Casino Royale is pretty awesome. I haven't seen Quantum Solace. I watched like 10 minutes of one of the Pierce Brosnan ones. Mm-hmm. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah. Well, he's a really good, like,
cheesy.
It
wasn't terrible because of him.
Yeah, he's a good cheesy Bond, right? I mean, he delivers the lines and all that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fine actor, and which you can see in other movies that he's in where he acts. But no, the movies aren't terrible because of him. They are terrible because they are fucking awful movies.
Oh, okay.
It's all about what crazy fucking gimmick can we have this time? How about an invisible car that rides on walls?
That sounds good.
No, it doesn't.
Well, in a cartoon or something.
In a cartoon, but or a comic. Oh yeah, speaking of blurring the line between reality and fiction.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that Cincinnati has their own superhero team?
Really? Well, I just found out that's where the Hall of Justice is yesterday.
Which really surprises me that I didn't bring that up at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's now a museum, but it used to be the train depot or something like that in Cincinnati. It is the basis for the Super Friends Hall of Justice.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
That is, and I've been there and I didn't even notice. But like I said, because it wasn't painted the same color as the horrendous Superpowers toy. It was like banana yellow.
The toy.
The toy was, yeah. Yeah, the museum was banana yellow. No, but, so yeah, you said the guy that worked on the show traveled there, or what?
Hanna-Barbera sold the company to some Cincinnati corporation.
Mm-hmm. Was it Skyline Chili?
Possibly.
Yeah.
That or Roses. But their studio remained in California, but occasionally for like corporate get-togethers or whatever, they'd have to travel to Cincinnati.
When they traveled, did it have that
starburst?
You know, like from...
And then it would cut to the invisible plane. Right. So... but no, when Hanna-Barbera got the Super Friends gig, one of the lead designers on the show had to come up with the headquarters that the Justice League was going to hang out in, and decided, fuck it, we'll just use the train station from Cincinnati.
So it was at that time. It was a train station.
I guess so.
Probably.
Yeah. It's got like a fountain in front of it and everything, lights. Yeah.
Lots of stairs.
I guess I've never been inside.
That's where I saw the bodies exhibit last year, which was amazing. I think we may have talked about that before, but
probably. Anyway. I don't listen to these things.
I mean, no one does.
Shouldn't.
So, but superhero team.
Oh yeah. The other day I was I dropped my coworker off at home, and I changed radio stations, and I was listening to it's 97.3 now, but it's not WOXY anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But they were doing a phone interview with what sounded like a 13-year-old kid.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid is a superhero named Shadow Hare, Hare.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Who patrols Cincinnati, starting at around Fountain Square, and spreads out from that way. He's got like 4 other friends who also dress up in spandex and patrol with him. I believe they're called the Allegiance.
Oh my gosh.
One of them looks like he looks like I would look if I wore spandex.
I'm starting to picture it. Okay.
Yeah, not a good picture. Well, no one in spandex in real life looks good at all.
I'm trying to think of someone. Yeah,
no one.
I can't.
Not even the most beautiful, fit woman
Right.
you've ever seen would look good in spandex.
You're like, man, got to get her out of that spandex and put her in a regular
sweatpants.
pair of sweatpants.
Yeah, sweatpants and flip-flops.
That is a hot look.
Yeah. And apparently this superhero team was featured on CNN. And
They're not really 13 though.
I have no idea. The kid sounds like he's 13. He's just got like a real high-pitched, unaged voice, you know.
He dresses like a rabbit?
No. He dresses like Deadpool, kind of.
Okay.
It's like black spandex and like a full face mask.
Wait a minute. That's not what Deadpool looks like. Haven't you seen the new Wolverine movie? He just looks like some guy.
Yeah. According to the end of the movie, he looks like a fucked up guy. But anyway, and hey, Ryan Reynolds, you know, can't do any wrong.
Except for not wear the costume of the characters portraying.
Yeah, but it's the movies. They've never worn the costumes.
Well, yeah, some of them have. Well, not.
Who?
Let me see.
I don't want to get into this nerd fight. The fuck are we doing?
Yeah, that is weird. I haven't even seen this movie.
Neither have I.
I'm just pretending.
No intention of seeing it.
Yeah, I'd watch it for free.
Maybe.
Send me a ticket, listener. I'll go see it.
Pat probably already saw it.
Probably, yeah.
Because he's a nerd in disguise.
He's a nerd. He's a nerd disguised as a
hipster wannabe.
Hot pants artist type. But yeah, I bet secretly he knows like all the names of all the ships in Star Trek and that sort of thing.
Yeah. He tries to hide it, but it slips out.
He's a sexy man, though.
He is. The ladies love him.
Mm-hmm.
But he has seen every single comic book movie that has come out on opening day.
At least once.
Yeah. Sometimes more, man. We're outing Pat.
Oh, to himself. Now you know, Pat. Don't worry, no one else does.
Yeah.
Okay.
In 4 weeks, when the backlash comes from this, it'll be awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait. I know it's like... Because we're... Like, yeah, you're hearing this now, and we've already forgotten about it. Because this was a month ago. You'll be like, you said this thing, but what? What are you talking about? We're reviewing some movie that doesn't come out for 6 months. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know. But, actually, it's kind of funny because when we all went bowling last Tuesday, you kept asking me questions about the show, like previous episodes.
Oh,
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
What?
Superheroes in Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's right.
Those kids are going to get their asses kicked, though.
Possibly.
I mean, that's Cincinnati. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
I mean, it's not exactly the Bronx or whatever.
No, but there are some rough areas in Cincinnati.
You're dressing around like a cyber hair or whatever. And
shadow hair.
Shadow hair. And somebody's going to kick your ass.
Yeah. I guess there's this whole community of people who dress up like superheroes. They're called reels.
Reels?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I remember once, this was like in the late 80s when the first Batman movie came out, the Michael Keaton, Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
Some guy in New York was dressing up like Batman and attempting to foil robberies, and I think he did one or two, and then,
probably got his ass beat.
He probably got shot or something, yeah. But there's a reason people don't really do that.
Right, because it's ridiculous. Yeah. And if you want to do that, become a cop.
Yep. That's a costume.
Yep.
You wear the bulletproof vest and the hat and sunglasses.
Yeah. And if you just want to help people, help people.
Yeah.
Don't wear crazy spandex costumes.
Do Meals on Wheels or like
exactly
something.
And like that's half of what this guy does is like he goes out and feeds like homeless people.
Oh, that's cool.
It's cool, but
dressed like a rabbit.
He's not dressed like a rabbit.
I just want to picture him that way.
Sure. Well, that's fine. I guess I won't show you that. Say after the end of the show, I'll show you his MySpace page.
I don't burst my bubble.
Okay. But it's if you want to help people, that's great. Just don't look like a jackass while you're doing it.
Right.
Because the guy who can recognize your face when you're helping him, is going to be a lot more grateful than crazy motherfucker gave me a sandwich.
Yeah. But at least the kids in the
there's a story to tell,
and the kids probably like him.
Maybe, I guess, I don't know, or kick him in the nuts because kids hate comics.
Oh yeah,
which we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
Oh,
they do. Yeah, they do. They like Yu-Gi-Oh, but
yeah, that they do. So, wow. So this movie we watched, Southland Tales, just in case I haven't mentioned it yet.
I gotta get comfy for this one.
yeah, this is pretty much all I can come up with. I got nothing.
It was a strange movie.
At the very least.
And I had no idea that it was going to be slapstick comedy.
There was some instances of it.
Or just, it was a lot funnier.
Wacky.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I remember, because the movie was, we should have done some research before we started talking, but I think the movie was supposed to come out like 4 or 5 years ago, and it just kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, and then like I think it premiered at the Cannes Film Festival like 2-3 years ago, and it got like booed.
Really?
Yeah, and probably one of the more critically panned movies in a very long time since Wolverine.
Well, I think people were super excited because it's Richard Kelly, the guy that did Donnie Darko,
and well, I'm gonna say this about Donnie Darko. I love it.
Yeah. Me too.
And, well, that's the thing about Donnie Darko, is that geeks like us love it.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world has never fucking heard of it.
Didn't it do well? Didn't they bring it back to theaters a second time or something?
Well, it was barely in theaters the first time.
Oh, okay. It was like 2 weeks or something.
If even that.
Okay.
I think it like opened in New York and LA and for like a day, and that was it.
Yeah, I didn't see it till it was on video. Yeah.
I saw it on video.
Ooh,
I saw
like VTR tapes.
Or a VCR tape,
yeah.
Sure. Or a VHS, as is called by the rest of the world.
The common speak.
But I'd like read about it in like an Entertainment Weekly.
Donnie Darko.
Huh?
Donnie Darko.
About Donnie Darko.
Okay.
And I was like, oh wow, that movie sounds kind of cool. And then, then it just never came out until one day it was at Blockbuster. And I was like, oh, I wanted to see that a year ago.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
But, outside of like people like you and me and like, our circle of friends who are exactly like us, even
the ones we don't know throughout the world.
Right. Just the sort of brotherhood of geekdom that we are. We're like huge fans of that movie, and then there's the rest of the population, which just
like, what is it, Darko?
It's got that guy from Brokeback Mountain.
Oh yeah,
and his sister.
Yeah,
from The Dark Knight.
There was a couple characters from Donnie Darko in this movie too.
I saw two actors. But yeah, I would safely say that Donnie Darko is what would be considered a cult film.
Yeah.
And so I think the nerds like us were really, really looking forward to seeing what he would do next.
Yeah, like, okay, that's his first movie. Wow, think of where he can go from there.
Right. And then there's this.
This was like, it reminded me of like Terry Gilliam directing a Kurt Vonnegut novel. It was just that weird and odd and loony. Loony is the word. That movie was loony.
It was loony, and I think another word, or two words, which are near and dear to your hearts, not good. But we'll talk about that later, too.
Yeah, I will definitely watch this again, but I don't know why. I think it's because...
100% agree with you. I want to see this again, but there's no reason that I could make it up.
Not even John
Lovitz
could make me want to see this again, but I do want to see it again.
Yeah. Like, I think mostly just because maybe on a second viewing it'll explain itself better.
I mean, it seems like a mess, but at the same time, it doesn't look like they just slapped it together. I mean, there's some...
That's a well-made mess.
Oh, yeah. There's some amazing visuals and, like... scenes, like insane action scene. I mean, just like weird stuff.
There are so many good parts of this movie, but it's not a good movie. And I mean, the direction is great. The cinematography is awesome.
Oh yeah.
the amount of crazy actors that I did not expect to see in this movie.
I know.
Showing up for, like, a scene.
Booger.
The creepy lady from the Poltergeist movies. Wallace Shawn, who is in, like, everything.
Dan Fielding,
John Larroquette himself. The dad from Donnie Darko. The crazy Sparkle Motion mom from Donnie Darko.
And from No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
The little dude from Princess Bride.
That's Wallace Shawn.
Oh, that's Wallace Shawn. Okay.
Yeah.
And they all had they had that weird hair that you only see in the Wizard of Oz or Terry Gilliam movies.
Yeah. I got kind of a Wizard of Oz feel from the movie a little bit here and there. I think Wallace Shawn, the dude from Princess Bride, even refers to himself as the Wizard at one point. There are midgets in the movie.
I think one of the midgets may have been in a Terry Gilliam movie. I think that lady was in 12 Monkeys, I'm pretty sure. I think she was one of the ladies that sent Bruce Willis back in time. Do you remember that scene?
I remember that scene.
I think it was the midget lady.
Midget lady.
The
creepy woman from the Poltergeist movies.
Was she in the whole? Oh, maybe she was. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's all I know her from.
Okay. I don't know Poltergeist as well as I should, probably. But so many crazy actors, though.
Yeah.
And The Rock doing comedy.
The Rock doing comedy, or Dwayne Johnson, whatever he's actually called in this movie. Half of the cast of Saturday Night Live at certain points.
And why did all of a sudden Sherry Terry become really sexy?
I've always thought she's kind of hot, but this just really threw that over the edge.
It was like Sherry Terry,
because she was like all punk rock and crazy and kick your ass.
It was like her hot younger sister.
Yeah,
but it was her.
Yeah.
Wow, that was weird.
Who else?
I know there was somebody else that I was like, what?
Christopher Lambert. Fucking Highlander.
Yeah. Kevin Smith.
Was he in?
He was Marks, the old guy with the beard.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
I know, because when I heard his voice, I was like, who is that? And then, the second scene he was in, I was like, it's Kevin Smith.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
No clue. Wow, okay.
That's a weird one.
Sean William Scott, of course, is in it. Sarah Michelle Gellar. These are your bigger names.
Uh-huh.
The marquee
The
names.
ones with 3 names.
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
That's 3 names.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, that's 4 names.
That's 4, yeah. That's why he's top billed.
Yeah. By order of names.
Yes.
If I ever get in a movie, I'm going to be Jason, the dude with the athlete's foot, young.
Far too much information and far too long. Well, I'm not seeing any of your movies.
Okay. And definitely if I'm not remaking Footloose or Porky's, I'm in the shower the whole time. But, yeah, I will definitely see this again. I may even try to read the comic. There's a comic.
There are prequel comics.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Which, apparently, you need to have read before seeing this movie.
That makes sense.
I honestly... no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Just no fucking clue.
He sort of has that end-of-the-world time travel theme going still from Donnie Darko.
Spoiler. There's time travel involved, which doesn't happen until the end, so spoiler.
Oh, yeah. Spoiler. Oops.
Way to go. But I was going to bring it up, too.
They mentioned time travel somewhere towards the beginning.
Probably. But still, yeah. The guy is obsessed with time travel and the end of the world. And
who wouldn't be?
They're interesting subjects, but,
not to be obsessed with.
Right. And not to make a completely incoherent movie about it.
Towards the end, too, it sort of reminded me of a Stephen King TV movie. I don't want to... No, would be a real spoiler if I said the exact scene, but the levitating vehicle scene, that part, I was like...
Tommy Knockers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, this is a Stephen King movie now. And it ends with, Quentin Tarantino lines.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Justin Timberlake's in this movie. Yeah.
That was him, okay.
Yeah.
Drinking the Budweiser. And,
yeah.
Okay.
Crazy
I thought
narrator.
That was the goatee. And
yeah. And there was a scene at the end where Justin Timberlake is getting drunk, and he's surrounded by people. Did I see Janine Garofalo?
Oh, I didn't notice. Her.
It was like she was like right in front of him, and she sort of turned to the camera. And I was like, "Is that Janine Garofalo?"
Not the video, like the video.
No, not the video, but
okay.
like at the end of the movie.
Okay, I didn't
all
notice.
The celebration was going on. I am gonna have to pause. I apologize.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go watch that scene.
Yeah. We'll be back. Alright, welcome back. Sorry about that. I got a phone call from my mom. I had to take it. So.
Oh, okay.
Not an emergency, though. Just let me know my brother's going to be in town again this week. So.
Oh, that's good, right?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Cool.
Won't get into that, but awkwardness ahoy.
Awkward behavior from family members.
Yes.
Today's my brother's birthday.
Happy birthday to Joe.
Joe, that's right. Yeah. Did the big 3-7 today.
Nice. Yeah. So 5 years older than you?
Uh-huh. Yeah. And 10 years older than anyone I ever attempt to date. But we won't get into that.
Not yet. Anyway. Wait.
Did I say 20 years older?
You said 10.
Oh, yeah, 20 years older.
There we go. So, we were in the middle of talking about Southland Tales.
Southland Tales.
And all the superstar power that was in this movie.
I'm trying to think of another movie that's like that. Like, it's a mad world, maybe?
Yeah, it does kind of have some of that feeling. Yeah. Just like mega cast of like recognizable people.
Yeah.
And like Cannonball Run.
Yeah, Smokey and the Bandit, maybe?
Yeah. I can't say for that one. For sure. I haven't seen it, but definitely Cannonball Run.
Yeah. Just tons of people that I had no idea was going to be in it.
Right.
And it's like, it's an odd movie, but it's definitely a comedy, or at least a giant portion of it.
Yeah. I think it was described as like a sci-fi drama comedy musical back when it first was announced.
And that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. There is a musical number, which I won't hold that against you, but I didn't know that was going to be a musical number.
Me neither. It wasn't like a
it wasn't like a big
South Pacific kind
production,
of thing, right.
but and it was also weird in its own right.
Yeah. I think Richard Kelly, along with Wes Anderson, should maybe direct a lot of music videos, because, like, especially Wes Anderson, I love his movies, but I think his movies are basically music videos that are just really long, you know? Like, he'll put, like, a Nico video and I don't know, some, like, Sigur Rós video, and he'll mix them together and make a movie out of it.
Right.
And the same thing with Richard Kelly. There's, like, 3 music videos in this movie. The one where... This was one of my favorite parts, too. If I had no idea that I would be watching a movie with The Rock driving the car from Monopoly and asking someone if he can see the cockhuggers, please.
Cockchuggers.
Cockchuggers, yeah.
Cockchuggers 2, actually. Cockchugging.
Cockchugging, right. Oh, yeah.
I am going to say that my favorite part of the whole movie as a whole, there are so many great just lines in the movie. Like, can I see the cockchuggers? Yeah. Of course, my personal favorite is, I'm a pimp, and pimps don't commit suicide.
Yeah. Which is reiterated for effect.
Just in case you didn't get the point. Pimps don't commit suicide.
Yeah. So if you ever see a pimp lying dead in his house of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, foul play should be suspected.
Exactly, yeah.
One of his bitches went crazy.
Yep.
Most likely.
What other great lines there? 2 teenage horniness is not a crime.
Yeah. Which, again, goes back to me.
You're not the teenager that's horny.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Just teenagers horny for you.
Of course. And who wouldn't be?
Again, I have to say you are the luckiest motherfucker on the face of the planet, even though every single thing that's happened to you is possibly illegal.
And it never pans out.
It never pans out, but still.
Wow, that sounds so creepy. We'll have to go
We
into
definitely need to elaborate on this later. Because I don't want, the police listening in a month and arresting you. And you'll have forgotten what we were talking about.
Pat calls the police in 4 weeks when he hears this.
I don't think Pat will call the police on here.
No, he's just another horny teenager.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think he's 21 now.
It's better to remember him young, though.
I know. How did they grew up so fast?
I know.
Oh, well.
So it was just like 2 years ago he was 19 and drinking wine at your house illegally.
Yeah, those were the days. Kid stuff,
Yeah.
Now I have to take him to a bar or a bowling alley. That's no fun. That's legal.
Yeah.
So
Southland. The bowling is fun. But anyway. Southland Tales.
I can't really think of anything else to say about the movie. It's so weird.
It is really bizarre.
I think it's one of those things that'll warrant like 3 or 4 watchings before I can really even like nail down my opinion on it, or even what it's about.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think you're right. Because even when we were watching, I was like, man, it's going to be really unfair for me to say that I hate this.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I hate it.
Yeah.
I just know that the current experience was not enjoyable, even though there are enjoyable moments in it.
There's a lot of enjoyable scenes and surprise characters that make you happy.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, and not only is the actor good, but like the character is interesting too.
Right. Like, John Lovett's playing Clint Eastwood. What the fuck? Who?
Or even Charles Bronson, maybe.
I'd say roughly the same guy.
Yeah.
But, was that a Richard Kelly decision? Did he sit down and say, I want like a badass cop character who speaks in a rural, low, dull, scratchy growl?
Well, you're describing John Lovitz. I'll get him on the call. Don't worry. I'll call him a friend.
Acting! Wasn't that one of his bits?
Yeah,
there we go. Subway, eat fresh!
Maybe he's trying to like force that whole Bill Murray thing. They did do Subway commercials, didn't they? I forgot about that. Maybe he's trying to force that whole Bill Murray thing because he got like 36 comedians and said, I'm going to put you all in this movie so everyone knows it's a comedy, but I'm going to have you do these really serious roles like Stifler from American Wedding.
Right.
He plays like the most serious character in the movie.
Yeah.
And that guy's funny. He's really funny. I forget his name. Elijah Dushku. That's his name. I can't remember. What is that guy's name?
Sean William Scott.
Sean William Scott.
Sean Scott Williams.
Oh, so he's got 3 names too. He should have been on the title of the.
He was.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, that makes sense.
Him, Sarah Michelle Gellar,
and Dwayne the Rock.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Johnson. I don't know anybody's names.
I was about to say that I think a lot of people give Stifler, since I can't remember exactly what his 3 names are.
Yeah. Sherman Williams Paint. That's his name.
Yeah. They give him a lot of shit, but I think he's really good. He's just in some questionable films.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like, I've never seen American Pie, but I saw The Rundown, also with The Rock.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe they're buddies.
It could be.
Off screen,
that was
but
a great
pals.
movie. And
Never seen it.
Oh, it is. It was just such a fun action movie.
The Rundown.
The Rundown, and I think it came out like right at a time when there weren't any fun action movies. There were no Die Hards or Lethal Weapons or anything like that happening, and that one just said, fuck it, we're having fun. We're gonna show a big giant guy with muscles beating the shit out of everyone.
And some explosions.
And he's going to have some explosions, and Christopher Walken and Stifler as wacky comic sidekick.
That does sound fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Even with Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken helps make it even more awesome.
Yeah, I like Christopher Walken. Oddball that he is.
Yes, he is. But yeah, just it's a bizarre movie. I have no idea really how to describe it other than
it's like a fever dream.
It is, yeah. It's a mess. It's totally a mess.
Yeah,
but it's such a gorgeous mess.
Oh yeah,
and
gorgeous mess. I agree. It's a good phrasing.
Yeah,
I like that.
And the amount of humor in it, I think, helps make the medicine go down.
Yeah, it alleviates a lot of that. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
you just kind of like sit back and you're like, well, whatever. I'm just gonna laugh.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, you're totally in the middle of a scene where it's just like, I don't understand a fucking thing that's that's funny.
Yeah. Like he should just chop his hand off. Oops.
Yeah. Which
spoiler.
Yeah. Also kind of funny.
Yeah.
And one of the funnier lines was Sean, the guy from Princess Bride, saying preposterous.
Yeah. And it actually was in context this time. Yeah. He obviously learned what it meant in the last 30 years. Yeah, I'll definitely. I'm gonna rent this from the library or something like that. I'll check it out again. Yeah. I wouldn't buy it.
Right.
It's no Donnie Darko. Although I did see a Frank the Bunny poster when the cops like stormed in at the beginning.
I missed that.
There was like a bikini store or something. One of those beach stores out in front of the.
During with the big raid with the punk rock
slum
housing or whatever the fuck that was.
And they were selling like surfer T-shirts or something, and there was a Frank the Bunny head on one of the posters or something. It's like, that's cool. Self-referential. He can't even get away from it.
Right. So this means then that you're excited to see S. Darko?
No. Well, probably will not see that one.
You shouldn't. Just, who knows? It may be a great movie, but out of principle, you just shouldn't. Donnie Darko didn't need a sequel.
No, I will definitely see S. Darko if I find it on the ground somewhere.
Curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I'd follow the same. And even though, Netflix, I think, is... I was talking to our friend Joe the other day. It's like watching movies for free.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you pay for it at some point, but, once you get that part over with, it's like, free movies!
So see, most things are like that. Once you get the payment out of the way, they're free.
Yeah, but those are like one-time use things.
Right.
Netflix is, just I'm inundated with free movies.
You can just keep using it over and over and over.
Exactly. For totally different things.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because we were talking about the Wolverine movie, and I was like, maybe I'll see it when it comes out on DVD, because with Netflix, it's almost like it's free.
Right.
And
I mean, you take advantage of the no limit per month kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. I try to watch a movie as fast as I can and turn it back. And
you watch 2-hour movies in 60 minutes sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, just to get that back in the mail. Just fast forward through all those scenes.
Yeah. I try to watch a movie every day before work.
Yeah. So you leave it like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
That would be preposterous.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. That might not be the right use of that. But.
I started to use the accent. I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, thank you.
That would have been so terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a movie that needs to be experienced. Just be prepared that it's not that great.
Yeah, it's like trying to describe to someone your first use of some horrible drug. You can't describe it, and it's not going to be as good as you're hoping.
Right.
But you should do it over and over, and then it'll be really cool.
Yeah. In the movie, did you see? I'm attributing a lot of my dislike of the movie to just not getting it, and being retarded, basically.
Okay.
So bearing in mind that I am retarded.
Okay.
Did you get the drug thing? What did that do? When the fuck did that subplot come into it?
No.
Okay.
Did not understand that.
All right.
Except for that it kept happening, and it made me feel like I should know what's going on. Because it happened like 8 times.
Yeah, all right.
But I still didn't know.
Because, yeah.
Isn't there another movie where people get shot in the neck like that? Like some Roddy Piper movie or something?
I'm sure a lot of movies about people getting shot in the neck with drugs.
I'm trying to think of what that was.
Trancers?
I've never seen Trancers.
I sort of vaguely remember people getting needles in the neck. There's a lot of movies with needles in the neck.
Especially sci-fi-ish kind of things.
Yeah.
Like inhibitors kind of things. Neural transmitter kind
nanobites.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, ooh, I could go for some nanobites right now, especially if you had cheese dip to put them in.
I'm fairly sure I used the wrong word. Nanites, I think.
Nanites.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like some sort of frozen pretzel strudel kind of.
Pretzel strudel.
Oh my gosh, we just became millionaires. That's it. Let's get out of here. Let's go work on our recipe. Yeah, watch it. Watch the movie.
Yeah, I definitely. I agree with that. People should see it.
Read the comic first, maybe.
Maybe if you can find the comic and afford to spend the $12 a pop.
There's 3 of them.
For 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. I think we have them. I'm pretty sure at a store. I know we did. I can't imagine anyone ever bought them.
Because they're $12 a pop.
Yeah.
For 3, 60-page comics?
Yeah, they're like prestige format, but it's like the size of 2 comics.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. That's pretty much the only reason I never bought them.
Mm-hmm. I'll just steal them.
All right.
We can read them.
Yeah. We should have, instead of choosing Star Trek last week, he should have chosen the Southland Tales prequels.
That's not the only reason I should have not chosen Star Trek.
Well,
there's a million reasons I should
have. There are other reasons, sure, but...
And those are 2 of the best ones right there.
Yes, they are.
But
yeah,
but yeah, maybe I'll choose it for a future thing.
Let's see, now it won't make sense because we should have read it before we saw the movie.
We'll just go back in time.
Oh. We can do that.
Before the end of the world.
We know how that happens, I think. Did they explain that?
Grandma Death wrote a book about it.
That's right.
I'll just read that.
Yeah, that's... Donnie Darko was in every way far superior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, people should see Southland Tales if they haven't already.
I feel bad
just
for this guy.
It. Oh, I feel totally bad for
He's going to be... everything he does is going to be compared to Donnie Darko. Well, I mean, and it doesn't help that, he's keeping the same themes carried over in every project he does, but...
Right.
But, I mean, everything is going to compare to that because he came out of the gate with, like, a masterpiece, what I would call a masterpiece, and he should have just never done anything again.
Yeah.
And people would have been like, wow, can you imagine what his second movie would have been like?
I feel sorry for him on that aspect. I also feel sorry for him because Donnie Darko failed so spectacularly, and this movie failed twice as much spectacularly.
Right.
I seriously don't think that he may not put out another movie after this. I know he is working on one.
Oh, cool.
But
I'll see it. I'll watch anything this guy does until he puts out what I would call an out-and-out turd.
Right.
This was not
an out-and-out turd, no. Yeah. I think this was just him... it was him definitely experimenting.
With LSD.
Probably. With LSD, most likely. But no, it was him, trying... I think he was trying to be way the hell over-ambitious with what this was going to be. And it just didn't work out.
They could have scaled it
maybe
down
it did. Maybe, again, I'm retarded.
We're morons.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just a couple of dudes.
Yeah. So we totally probably just didn't get it.
There wasn't a commentary track, I noticed.
Yeah, I flipped through the special features and there was not one.
Because that might help.
There was a shitty fucking cartoon, but...
Yeah, we watched the cartoon thinking, okay, maybe this will explain some stuff.
Yeah, it didn't.
6 minutes of our lives flushed down the toilet. Along with our Burger King.
Yeah.
Which is sitting so heavy. I feel like I've been stuffed like a piñata. I'm just bursting. Some Burger King is gonna come out tonight, and I can tell you that.
Well, on that happy note, let's take a break.
Okay.
And we'll come back again. the Love Boat, we're back.
Did he used to say that?
No, I don't think so.
I thought maybe, like, didn't they have, like, the people appear inside of a captain's wheel?
The captain's wheel also.
I thought maybe, like, when the commercial went off, like, one of those appeared, and he's like, and we're back, and then it fades in.
Maybe during, like, syndication. I don't know. It's been years.
That would have been, like, a good visual move.
Yeah.
I
do know that he did the whole turn and point thing.
Ooh.
You know? Yeah.
That whole Ferris Bueller kind of thing? Okay.
So speaking of Ferris Bueller,
Uh-huh.
We were talking about Jeffrey Jones yesterday.
Yeah.
Rooney from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
And you discovered that he was a pedophile.
No, I knew he was a pedophile. I thought it was just with ladies instead of dudes.
No, I'm like 90% sure he's gay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And also likes the little boys.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Wasn't it on the set of Sleepy Hollow or something that they found out? Or
I don't know.
Maybe I just watched it around the same time that I heard the news, and I'm picturing him in that weird wig and everything.
Right. Yeah, he's a good actor, though.
Yeah, very good.
But yeah, so you and he have something in common.
No, we don't. No, we don't. Okay, I'm 32.
Yes.
And in the last couple weeks, a couple different ladies in the, like, 17 to 19-year-old age have approached me. Both of them are pretty cute, too.
Yeah,
but I'm not, I even, like, the 19-year-old one, I'll put that out there. The 19-year-old one, I was like, okay, maybe I'll...
Right.
I mean, I'm pretty immature, right? So maybe that would work. And I called her. I don't think it's going to work.
She acts like a 19-year-old.
Yeah, she actually.
She flaked out on you twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 19 is...
It's flake out age.
Well, it's flake out age. I was also going to say it's just on the border of being creepy for you to be dating.
Yeah, I know. I'm old enough to be her older brother for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, in a weird situation, I'd be old enough to be her papa.
In a weird situation, but definitely older brother territory.
Yeah, which is I mean, it's too bad because she seems cool. She's into, like, art and she makes art. She does comics and or not comics, but like she made I don't know why I said like a comic art kind of screen printing kind of things. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I might just hang out with her sometimes, but I'm not gonna. I don't want any flaky ladies in my life.
Yeah, I understand.
I really don't want any ladies in my life, other than as pals. But,
you say that, but yet you keep having them in your life, and they also keep just falling into your goddamn lap.
It's weird. I know.
Fuck you. All I gotta say. I can't even meet a guy friend.
Oh.
And you're getting pussy up the wazoo. So
no, I'm not getting no pussy. What? We just said pussy 3 times.
I said it once.
I said it twice. I'm yelling at us, not you. Oh, what does this turn into?
We are not a collective.
This marriage is not working.
Because you keep getting so much teenage pussy.
No, I'm not getting no pussy. Especially not teenage pussy. Stay away, teenage pussy. Take your teenage pussy and go home. I don't want it. Yeah, but anyway. We did something cool yesterday.
We did something super awesome that involved teenagers.
Yeah, and no pussy.
Nope. Well, but anyway, it was. Yesterday was Free Comic Book Day.
As you should have known.
Should have known. Yeah, our listener should have. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't know. Usually, every Free Comic Day, I spend going to comic stores, picking up free comics, and
and I spend it distributing them to people that I'll never see again until the next Free Comic Day.
Right. And it's just from my perspective as consumer guy, going to comic book stores, even not on Free Comic Day. I went last Thursday. and it was one of the most horrifying experiences of my life.
Oh, what happened? What happened?
Just people.
Oh, that was last
That
Thursday.
was New Magic.
I was going to say, Alara Reborn came out that day.
Yeah, but just it really made me sort of think, I would love comics so much more if I didn't have to deal with the comic shop.
Right.
Yeah.
If we just did mail order, buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can do it. We can do it.
All right. But, no. And Free Comic Day is 4 times as worse as any super busy comic book day.
It's the Black Friday of comic book experiences.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Because there's people that couldn't care less, and you notice I say couldn't.
Right.
All you out there, use your phrases correctly. Couldn't care less about comics. They come in, they just grab as many as will let them and their brood slip into their paws.
Right.
And then and I don't want to sound ungrateful. I'm glad they come in,
yeah.
but most of them don't spend any money on anything.
Because it's free comic day.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I spend any money?
Right. Exactly. And they don't come back either. They just wait until next Free Comic Book Day, or the next time there's an Iron Man movie. They might
right.
stop in with their kid or something. But yeah, they don't see it as like, oh, here's something cool, maybe I'll come back since they gave me this free stuff.
Right.
We have to pay for those.
Right. They're not free to you.
People don't know this, maybe. Comic shops across the country have to pay for free comics.
Yeah.
Which, it's advertising, but if you don't do it, you just sort of look like an ass. Like, they show up to your work and they're like, oh, I'm here for Free Comic Day. Like, oh, we didn't do that because we did a bunch of other advertising. Like, you cocksuckers!
Yeah.
Like, oh, wow. That's
can't
I guess
win,
we have
can't
to.
lose. But, so yeah, we decided, I basically just glommed along like your little kid brother.
No.
No. Take me with you! But, you got the opportunity to,
teach a workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah. On comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is the one thing that I could teach anyone about. Not that I know a lot about it, not that I would know enough to be considered a teacher, but it's the only thing I even know enough about to talk about, really, is comics.
Yeah.
So I was pretty excited. It was at a library in Centerville, Ohio.
Yeah.
And they asked me to do it, and I asked you and my friend Chris to come with me, hold my hand, and share the workload.
I don't know how well we did, but...
Well, it was the first time any of us have ever tried to do anything.
I certainly took up at least 10 minutes of time.
Yeah. which is more than we could have asked for.
It was 2.5 hour long class. It started at 1 o'clock and it was supposed to go to 3:30. Mm-hmm. We were out of material by 1:45.
Yeah, 1:45. Yeah, 1:45. Yeah. But the process of we had them create a comic at the end, and having them scan it all in, it did take till about 3:30 to get everyone scanned and
put away. Yep. Yeah, and there were kids who did more than one comic.
Yeah. I had one kid, I think his name was John, without the H. Yeah. He even colored mine.
Yeah.
He's probably like a 10-year-old kid, which it was awesome. That was a cool experience.
He was kind of a cool kid. He was bizarre, but, total nerdy that totally fit in. Yeah. Just totally fit in with, I think, what we expected or wanted to have there.
It reminded me most, out of all there's only like 14 kids there, because I think 20 signed up, but it was a gorgeous day.
Oh, it was awesome.
And it had been raining like the 2 days before, so they were all out, stuffing glue behind the school or whatever.
Yeah.
So, out of all the kids that were there, I think he reminded me most of how I was at that age, just drawing like, stickmen like beating the shit out of each other and their brains falling out and blood everywhere. Like that's the kind of stuff I drew when I was his age.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a ton of fun, and for the listener that doesn't know me that well, I'm not a people person. Don't like interacting with others, or
you do well with people, but only if you know them. Basically.
If I know that, like. The way that I am on this show is pretty much only because you and I are really good friends. Mm-hmm. If it was me and... I'll just say, if it was Pat in this seat and not you, I don't know that I would be this way.
Really? You wouldn't be as loose?
I would not be as loose, because I like Pat, I really do. I just don't know him that well. So I would just be very standoffish to him. And it's not because he's
Is it 'cause he's
a gay fucking cocksucker.
What? What?
What?
Wait, where'd that come from? What? Oh.
I'm sorry, Pat.
Okay.
But no, it's just, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I feel very uncomfortable around others.
The others.
That I don't know very well.
The strangers.
Yeah.
Which those kids were. We'd never met any of them.
Exactly. And plus the librarian in charge of the project and her boyfriend were there.
Mm-hmm.
He was scanning the comics in that the kids would do.
To the iMac.
To an iMac, yeah. Well, let's not get into that.
But yeah, so that went... I think it went all right. And
yeah.
But the best thing about it, though, first time in my life I've ever gotten a paycheck. Ever.
Yeah.
The only time,
oh, my God.
The only time money has been sent to me in the form of check is either A, grandparents, Christmas time,
right.
B, the government, tax time,
Okay.
or C, roommates needing to pay rent through me.
Right.
Never in my 32 years on this earth have I gotten a paycheck until yesterday.
I hadn't even realized the significance of that.
I'm going to make a color copy of it, I think, and save it.
That's what you were talking about then.
Yeah.
Because you said you were going to split it with me and Chris.
Uh-huh.
And I've asked you not to split with me at all. I didn't expect to get paid. I didn't expect you to get paid.
I didn't. Yeah, when I signed up, I didn't know we were going to get paid, which it's a bonus.
So I would feel really bad about taking money from you. But you mentioned like you were going to split it with us. Was like, but first I'm going to get it copied.
Yeah.
And I kind of let it go.
You thought it was counterfeit, and you're like, he thinks he's going to...
I don't know. I just like, well, you're fairly organized and person. You try to keep everything together.
Uh-huh.
I figure maybe this is like for your records or something.
Oh, right.
Like come tax time, you're going to refer to this. But no, you're just doing it because...
it's a brand new experience.
Wow.
It's going in the scrapbook. I know, I swear, I've been banking at the same bank since I was 14. I started a bank account there because that's when I got my job. And I've been paid in cash since I was 14.
Right.
And I swear they think I'm a drug dealer. Okay, well, first of all, I used to smoke weed, and I'm sure I smelt like weed a lot when I went in there. But it just like once a week or every 2 weeks, I show them with a wad of cash and dump it in there, and they're like,
they have it rolled up with a rubber band.
I usually have it in a Ziploc bag with oregano flakes in the bottom just to trip them out even more. But I'm like, man, they have to think I'm a drug dealer.
Yeah.
But
man,
I'm gonna
first check.
Yeah, I'm gonna show up with that one, and then you're like, what? You're going legit?
He finally got a real job. Even though that'll be your only one.
Yeah. They're like, oh, he must have went to prison.
Yeah, because we're probably never getting invited back.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I think it could have went a lot worse. I mean, we didn't.
Oh yeah.
Like I knew about it 2 months ahead of time, but I started preparing 4 days ago.
Yeah.
I was went back and reread some Ivan Brunetti and Will Eisner and Scott McCloud stuff about cartooning and tried to pull an exercise out of each of them, and that's basically what we did.
Yeah. And I just did what you told me that you had read and represented it in my own flustery words.
I think it worked. I think it worked all right.
We did all right. Yeah.
So if anyone wants to see those comics, they're at www.totallyteencomics.blogspot.com, and if you can't remember that, just
we'll post a link up on our website,
or just Google search "Totally Teen." I'm sure something good will come up.
Oh, sure, image search. Yeah.
Don't do it at the library.
Yeah.
But no, yeah.
And you and I actually have comics on there as well.
Yeah.
Because we, like I said, we had 45 minutes of material and
2.5 hour slot.
Yeah. So we had an hour and a half to kill, so we both drew comics as well.
Mine looks like I drew it in 40 seconds.
I think you did draw it in 40 seconds.
I did draw it in about 40 seconds.
I spent the majority of the time drawing mine.
It looks really good.
I have a pride in the product that I put out.
I didn't want to make any of the kids feel bad.
Well, I totally did.
There are some really good ones on there.
There was some pretty good ones there.
I was
especially
impressed.
just if not artistically, just funny. Just like just a total understanding of how to tell a one-page joke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I kept expecting there was not very many questions. I mean, I had a couple of questions, people asking me along the way of how they can improve it or what they should do next or something. But
I had a kid ask me how to spell neighborhood.
See, I think he used it. I think it was in there.
Yeah. I saw him erase the balloon when I had that in there, and he re-lettered it.
I'd say out of the 14 or 15 or whatever, there was like 5 or 6 really good ones. I mean, like ones that if I would have read in some, Moe anthology, if it was just slightly drawn better, whatever,
right.
It would be totally acceptable.
Right,
I mean, there were some good ones in there.
There was the one about us boring the crap out of a girl.
Yeah, that was funny.
She was the one who attempted to come up and try to hit on you.
Well, I don't know for sure. I think possibly, yeah.
Probably.
So that's the other girl.
We did find out that she was at least a senior in high school.
Yeah. So it's not as creepy.
Not totally creepy. Yeah.
But still, yeah.
Yeah.
That is weird. When I was 21, I did date a 16-year-old. I will put that out there.
Yeah.
But we did for 7 years after that. So, it was pretty legitimate. It wasn't like I was trolling around grade school parking lots for 7 years.
And, on the opposite end, when I was 16, I dated a 21-year-old for a very short period of time.
When I was 14, I dated an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Here's to older women.
Oh, yes, older women. The graduate. Mrs.
Milfs.
Robinson. Yeah, MILFs, as you will.
I can give her some milk and some cereal.
Oh, yeah. Like Lucky Charms? Like Marshmallow?
No.
Fruity Pebbles?
No.
Cocoa Crisp?
No.
Granola Swatches?
No.
Granola Swatches? Is that like a watch that is healthy?
It has granola in it. It runs on granola.
I had a Pez watch. Do you remember Pez dispensers?
I had a Transformer watch.
Ooh, I had that one too, the little gray guy with a black head.
Yeah. Mine was red. But,
Nice. What were we talking about? Comics?
Cereal.
I am glad that this was a movie episode because, it's out of my system now, but I remember I woke up this morning and I was like, my God. I was like, yesterday morning we did a workshop about comics. Immediately after that, I drove right to work without, pass and go.
Right.
And worked on Free Comic Day for 4 hours. And then I drove immediately back to my house, and you came over and we did drawing night till 5 in the morning. So I had 20 hours of comics yesterday.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm kind of glad that we're going to be talking about movie night, and here we are talking about comics.
Yeah. We could still be talking about cereal. I really want to be talking about cereal.
Let's go back to the cereal. I ate cereal today. I ate vanilla, almond, granola flakes from Trader Joe's, and they're just good stuff.
I could really just go for a simple bowl of Frosted Flakes right now.
Frosted Flakes are good.
But did you know that there is a cereal restaurant here in Dayton?
In Dayton?
Yes.
I was like, how do we drive to this magical place?
We go up 75 to Little York Road.
Okay.
Where Stripper Row is.
Stripper Row?
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically a stretch of Dayton that there's just nothing but strip clubs. It's like also where all those restaurants are.
Oh, okay.
You go down 75.
Yeah. Restaurant Row and all that.
Right.
TJ
it's
Fridays.
Also, stripper.
I didn't know there's strip clubs over there.
Fuck yeah, there are strip clubs down there. I guess...
cereal restaurant.
One of my friends told me... Because he said it used to be something else, and he went there for that reason. Like some of the... I think it was... probably a Chipotle or something, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He said he went there for that and saw that it was a cereal restaurant. And he didn't go in, and I am so fucking curious as to what the hell, how they operate. I'm amazed by this.
Are there I wonder if there's the little toys that come in a box of cereal, with a kid's meal,
Don't know.
Yeah, we gotta go.
I know, we do.
Yeah.
And
is it on breakfast only?
I don't know, because I passed it. I had to drop my parents off at the airport a couple weeks ago, and so I went home down 75 that way, and I saw it. Mm-hmm. So I know exactly where it is.
Wow.
But, they didn't look open at the time, but it's you're going 65 miles an hour. You can't really stop it.
That's so bizarre. It almost violates that rule of, like Christopher's, the restaurant I eat at, like 8 out of 10 meals
Right.
of my life. I go there and I've tried everything on the menu that I can, and except for the PB&J. I've never had their PB&J because I'm like, why the fuck would I get a PB&J at a restaurant?
Right.
So I'm sort of going through the same thing here. Like, why would we go to a cereal restaurant? But then,
Exactly. But
more so, I'm like, why wouldn't we?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, he told me about this place, and just, like, a million fucking questions came
Yeah,
to my head.
I know. Yeah,
How did they set this up? Is it a buffet?
That's why.
Do
yeah.
they have a menu?
Oh, buffet. Wow.
Do they just give you a jug of milk and then, a bowl?
Is there chocolate milk, soy milk?
Yeah,
Sugar?
different types of milk, sugars.
How big are those bowls? What kind of spoon are we using?
So many questions. And I want to know the answers.
Does dry cereal cost less?
When
I was
cereal? Do
when
they have like oatmeal and cream of wheat and stuff like that?
That's not cereal.
It's hot cereal.
That's true. Let's find out. When I was a kid, I only liked dry cereal. I would eat 2 bowls usually in the morning,
Right.
and no milk, just dry cereal.
That's crazy.
And then I remember specifically because I would eat mostly Fruity Pebbles. That was my favorite. They're just the normal, not Cocoa Pebbles, none of that, but just Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
I would have to use a toothpick to pick like neon colors out of my teeth every morning because your teeth would be like a bouquet of neon colors hanging out of your teeth after you ate that stuff.
That's weird.
And gross.
And gross. I think dry cereal is okay to snack on every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I could not eat it as a meal.
Me neither.
Not anymore, anyway.
I haven't touched it in 20 years.
Good for you. And also never... The craziest my cereals ever got were Frosted Flakes.
Really?
Yeah. There's always like Corn Flakes, plain Rice Krispies, Raisin Bran.
Captain Crunch?
No.
Really?
No.
Not even like the peanut butter Captain Crunch, the normal stuff?
Nothing.
Wow.
I just told you.
Well, that's why you want to go.
Bran, Corn Flakes, Rice Krispies, and occasionally Frosted Flakes.
Well, that's why we gotta go to this cereal place.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if it's like a bar where, you try every kind of beer.
So many
And you get a
questions.
t-shirt. Yeah.
So many questions.
And you could get, you're like, I'm a serial killer on your shirt, or something. That'd be so funny.
We totally need to go.
Yeah.
Totally need to go. I'll do some more research.
Okay. Yeah, what's this place called?
I have no idea at the moment.
Okay.
It's a pun on cereal. I do not know what that was.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I'll find out more information. We'll go.
Still Crunchy.
We'll report about
Still
it.
Crunchy and Milk or something. I'm sure it's called something like that.
Cereal is in the title,
Mhm.
but it's a pun.
It's not Serial Killer, probably.
No.
That'd be a little dark.
Yeah, that's inappropriate. So,
maybe all the waiters dress up like, like mascots.
Cartoon mascots.
Like Captain
Tony
Crunch
Tiger,
and,
Captain Crunch,
the Diggum frog.
Smacks, yeah.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
Like I said,
We'll go there.
We'll do this and then we'll talk about it on the show.
Okay.
Because we talk about everything we do on the show.
That's all
That's all we have.
Yep. I know my favorite's when I show up here sometimes, and we're going to do something else right before we record the show. We haven't seen each other for like 5 days, but we can't talk to each other. We just kind of sit there in silence for like 2 hours.
Save it for the show.
And I'll be like once we start the show, I'm like, yeah, on the way over here, I got real lightheaded and my heart's not beating right. And you're like, you should have told me an hour ago. I'm like, then what would we have done for the show?
Well, speaking of the show, let's get this over with.
Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah. So it's my turn to pick a comic.
Cool.
And we've already mentioned it on the show.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Is it Captain Crunch?
No. That would be kind of funny, like a collection of those old ads, the Captain Crunch ads.
They had little comics sometimes in the cereal box.
Or that, sure. I was thinking, actual comic related, but whatever. Anyway. No, the Wolverine movie came out this past week.
Mm-hmm.
And I've picked a few comics in the past that are sort of straddling the line of mainstream. Like, I think All-Star Superman is like the most mainstream book I've picked so far.
Mm-hmm. Did you pick that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad you did.
Yeah, thank you. So, I think it's time, I of the two of us, I am the superhero nerd.
Okay.
It's time to pick a super mainstream comic.
All right.
And even this is also, like, just a step back from mainstream even.
It has Wolverine, though.
It has Wolverine.
That's pretty mainstream.
It is Logan by Brian K. Vaughan and Edward Rizzo.
Okay. Sweet. It's like a 3-issue miniseries?
Yep.
Okay. Sweet. I like some Rizzo.
I
like
love
some Vaughn.
Rizzo, and Vaughn is pretty fucking good, too. So, hopefully, this will be good.
Yeah. You'd think so.
You'd think so, but you got the Wolverine factor in there, too. So.
Yeah. I've read some decent Wolverine stories.
There are good ones out there.
Even in the last, few years, but...
I disagree with that 100%.
I'm trying to think of the last one I read. It's probably been a few years, but I read a couple issues just of the regular series. I thought they were all right.
So that'll be our next show. Then. Logan.
Cool. Logan.
I could not get the black and white one. That's the one I wanted. So this is the color one. But
there's their black and white trade.
I would think so.
I know they did single issues black and white, but
I think I saw advertised or solicited, if you want to use the correct vernacular. I think I saw that there was a black and white trade also out, but you guys didn't get it in the Mavericks, and I was going to be too picky about it. So.
That's cool.
Because I'm still waiting on other books that should have been ordered and never were.
Oh yeah, I gotta check on that.
Yeah, thanks. All right.
Invincible Volume 4, right?
Yeah. Okay, we're done.
Yes.
Yes, all right.
Full Burger King.
Burger King.
Onion rings.
Gutter Trash can be downloaded at www.guttertrash.net, iTunes, Podcast Alley, and Feedburner. You can also find us at myspace.com/guttertrash_net, seanborn.net, and buyerbewarecomics.blogspot.com. Contact us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. We'll see you next time.